Imagine putting a tiny chemical factory inside your own body. Your stomach does exactly that. Every meal enters a chamber filled with powerful acid. That acid helps break food apart. It also helps destroy many harmful microbes. But there is a strange problem. The acid is inside your stomach. Your stomach itself is made of living cells. So why doesn't your stomach get digested too? The answer begins with a microscopic battle. Your stomach produces hydrochloric acid. This creates an extremely acidic environment. Its acidity can reach roughly pH 1 to 3. That is incredibly acidic. But acid alone is not what digests your food. Your stomach also produces enzymes. One important enzyme is called pepsin. Pepsin breaks large proteins into smaller pieces, and proteins are everywhere in your stomach wall. So why doesn't pepsin simply attack the stomach itself? Your body has several layers of protection. The first is a thick mucus barrier. Special cells constantly produce this mucus. It spreads across the inner surface of the stomach. Think of it as a protective shield. But mucus is only part of the story. The stomach also releases bicarbonate near its surface. Bicarbonate helps neutralize acid. So the stomach wall sits behind a protective chemical barrier. The acid stays deeper inside the stomach. The surface remains much less acidic. But there is another clever trick. Pepsin is not released in its fully active form. Instead, stomach cells release a safer molecule called pepsinogen. Pepsinogen is basically an inactive version of pepsin. It becomes active when it reaches strong stomach acid. That means the digestive enzyme becomes powerful in the right location, not everywhere. This is one of the body's most useful safety systems. But the stomach has another defense. Its surface cells are packed tightly together. Tiny connections seal the spaces between neighboring cells. This makes it harder for acid to slip underneath the protective layer. And those cells are constantly being replaced. The stomach lining can renew itself rapidly. Damaged surface cells are removed. New cells move in to replace them. So your stomach is not protected by one wall. It is protected by several systems working together. Mucus, bicarbonate, tight cell connections, rapid cell replacement, inactive digestive enzymes. Together, they create a remarkable defense system. But this protection is not perfect. Sometimes the barrier becomes damaged. Then stomach acid can reach tissue underneath. This can cause irritation. In some cases, it can contribute to an ulcer. One important cause is a bacterium called Helicobacter pylori.
Scientists first identified its importance through research by Barry Marshall and Robin Warren. Their work changed how doctors understood many stomach ulcers. Another major factor is the long-term use of certain medicines. These medicines can weaken some of the stomach's protective defenses. So the stomach is constantly balancing two opposite forces. It needs strong chemistry to digest food, but it needs protection from that same chemistry. That sounds almost impossible. Yet your stomach performs this balancing act every day. Think about what happens after you eat. Food enters. The stomach muscles squeeze and mix it. Acid surrounds the food. Enzymes begin breaking proteins apart. Meanwhile, the stomach wall keeps itself protected. It is like a factory operating beside a chemical furnace. The workers survive because the furnace is carefully contained. And there is something even stranger. Your stomach does not simply sit there doing nothing between meals. Its cells continuously maintain the protective barrier. Mucus is produced. Bicarbonate is released. Cells communicate. Damaged cells are replaced. The entire surface is constantly maintained. Your body is repairing itself while you are barely thinking about it. So what happens if that maintenance fails? The protective barrier can become weaker. Acid can reach deeper tissue. Inflammation can follow. A damaged area may become an ulcer. That is why stomach protection matters so much. The goal is not to make the stomach harmless. The goal is to control something powerful. Your stomach needs acid. Without it, digestion would change dramatically. Its acidic environment also helps activate pepsin. It also creates conditions that can kill many swallowed microbes. So the very substance that could harm the stomach is also essential to its job. That is the paradox. The stomach survives because it does not simply resist its acid. It controls where the acid can act. It controls when enzymes become active. It controls the chemistry touching its own cells. And it constantly repairs the places that need protection. Your stomach is not a simple bag filled with acid. It is a living chemical machine.
Every meal tests its defenses. Every minute, its cells maintain the boundary. And every day, this microscopic system keeps you alive. So the next time you eat a meal, remember what is happening inside you. A powerful chemical environment is breaking your food apart. And just a few layers of living protection stand between that chemistry and your own tissue. The strange part is not that your stomach contains acid. The strange part is that your body built a living machine capable of safely containing it. Your stomach does not survive by defeating its chemistry. It survives by controlling it. And that may be one of the clearest examples of how life works. Survival is often not about stopping dangerous forces. It is about learning exactly where they belong. Your stomach does exactly that. Every meal enters a chamber filled with powerful acid. That acid helps break food apart. Your body has several layers of protection: mucus, bicarbonate, tight cell connections, rapid cell replacement, inactive digestive enzymes. Together, they create a remarkable defense system. The stomach survives because it does not simply resist its acid. It survives by controlling it.